Hey everyone, this is Pharaoh Silver, the Pharaoh Beer Money Finance, and this is the Earning 8 results show, or the announcement of the Frugal 4, whatever you want to call it. Joining with me today is AJ Downtown of the Beer Money Network, and of course our favorite sports announcer, Shane Kelly, SSC Kelly.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing? All right, so how was everyone's weekend, by the way? We never really got a chance to talk about that.
Mine, taking care of the kids, man. The weekend just goes by. I turn around and it's gone.
Yeah. No, I know.
Watched some basketball. Had my grandson over. Busy. It was fun. Great. Everything that a weekend's supposed to be.
I went to go play mini golf. I relaxed a little bit. I'm taking a little bit of Shane's and AJ's advice that they've given to me in the past, and I talked about this in my rant already, so you guys can see it. I'm gonna start living a little bit more. So,
absolutely.
And we got,
we gotta
have fun with it, right? Beer money ain't fun without. Beer money is not fun without actually having fun, and that's why we do this tournament, is to have ourselves a little bit of fun. And we are going, and this is going to be the one now. We're going to get to some of the most. Okay, I'm not going to say like the most fun, because I think the most fun is usually the first round, but I'd say this is a close second, and that is the Frugal 4 announcements. So, so we're going to get started here.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
And I should ask before we start the announcement. AJ, you do not know who are the 4, right?
Nope. Again,
okay.
I have not looked at any of the results. I want to be surprised.
Okay.
I think you will be.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna start off, and speaking of, he's got dinner here and he's ready to go. It looks like he's got, so he'll be eating while we are doing this. We're gonna start things off with our first semifinal match. So that is going to be between the champions of the game region and the champions of the blackjack region. So we will start with the first semifinalist, and game region champion is the overall #1 seed in the tournament, Atlas Earth. Atlas Earth's unique blend of augmented reality gaming and reward play has allowed it to push through its competition with relative ease, albeit not by the same 90+% dominating feats as it did last year, but still continuing to get the highest number of votes in each round. They pulled an easy 5-1 win over Frisbee Rewards in the first round, but then ran into some minor trouble in the second round, where 1Q kept pace for most of the voting period, until Atlas Earth did manage to pull away late and route to a 70-30% victory. It's also made it the only matchup, by the way, where Atlas Earth did not get either triple-digit votes or 90% of the vote of its entire tournament run, not just this year, but last year as well. They then proceeded to crush Misplay in the Savvy 16 with a 92% vote, and in the Earning 8, the clock struck midnight for Tournament Cinderella Receipt Hog, with Atlas Earth pulling a 3-1 victory. Despite not being as dominant as last year, Atlas Earth is still seen as the tournament favorite, with only one minor hiccup on the way in this tournament run. We will see if they can continue their dominating ways, as they will face the second semifinalist and champion of the Blackjack region, the 2 seed Benjamin, in a rematch of last year's Beer Money Mania finals. Benjamin is one of the newer kids on the block in multifaceted apps, and they heavily focus on earning money through games. Benjamin crushed their first round opponent with little trouble, had a relatively close 60-40 matchup against tournament dark horse Rakuten in round 2. They then pulled 95% of the votes against Hive Mapper in the Savvy 16 and got the largest margin of victory of the 4 Earning 8 matchups by stomping Amazon M-Turk in the Earning 8. Now in the Frugal 4, it faces the overall 1 seed and tournament favorite. Will Benjamin get their revenge from last year's tournament final loss? I'm going to go to both of you to talk about this. So what do you think?
Yeah, no big surprise. It was a neat run by Receipt Hog, though.
It was.
That was interesting.
Yeah. Part of me was wondering if the reason why Receipt Hog got there was because they did start having more options to cash out. So for the first time in its over decade existence, they actually added gift cards. So other gift cards like Uber Eats gift card, Amazon gift card, DoorDash gift cards on top of it. So do you think that might have had any sort of effect on this?
Possibly.
I mean, look, let's say I haven't been a big fan of the receipt apps all along, but its way that it made it through this tournament made me go back and relook at Receipt Hog. And in fact, I was talking about this just even this morning and last night with Pharaoh here. Look, I like some of the things that Receipt Hog does here, but I don't like, you know, I don't like other aspects. Is it the best paying receipt app? Yeah, and so, well, that and Coin Out.
No, Coin Out's the best one, yeah.
Yeah, but Atlas Earth was going to win all the way here. It was a fun run. Nice Cinderella story to get you most of the way, but its time was done. Benjamin, you know, that one, I mean, I really like Benjamin. I believe, you know, I was one of the first people that touted its benefits many months ago, many a year ago now.
Yeah.
But, you know, no surprise here. I'm happy to see this matchup again.
Yeah.
I think Benjamin is going to be the first app that will give Atlas Earth at least a little bit of a run, more so than,
as it did in the finals of last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise that they rolled over M-Turk, and it's unfortunate that YouTube did change things up on us, because I would have loved to have seen how Benjamin would have done against the other opponent.
Yeah, against the 1 seed. Yeah, it would have been an interesting Earning 8 matchup. I'm very well aware, because of YouTube guidelines, we weren't able to see that. Maybe in Patreon.
For those of you that don't know, I'm being very careful not to mention its name, because we can't.
Yeah,
can we mention the Patreon
tournament? No.
Yeah. I'm mentioning the Patreon. We're going to mention in the Patreon for sure. So,
all right, then we're going to go all through this.
Yeah, yeah, we're definitely going through that. When we do our Patreon, on April, we're going to make our announcement for when we do that. And yeah, with the Patreon, with Beer Money Raw, it is for y'all no time limits. It's just we just keep going. If it goes 30 minutes, it goes 30 minutes. If it goes 5 hours, it goes 5 hours. Like that, it's really just going to be no time limit, uncensored. It's basically going to be a longer, more extended version of my rants with more swearing.
Which we found are very popular.
Yes.
Well, hopefully a little bit more missing, like data. Like when we get into these times where we have to time box things, we don't get into some of the interesting conversations where we can follow the rabbit hole down to see where it goes. Like we can talk about one thing and we end up completely out left field after that. And some of the stuff that you'll find out just through the random talkings is gonna be fascinating.
Yeah. Okay, on the spot, Atlas Earth or Benjamin?
Atlas Earth.
You think so?
Yeah.
By how much? All right, you're both thinking Atlas Earth's going to win this.
Okay, so that might be a better question. By how much? I'm going to guess 70-30.
70-30?
I think 70%. Yeah, I think 70% will be Atlas Earth.
You know, 1Q was 70-30, so...
Against Atlas Earth?
Yeah, 72-28, but yeah, it's a 70-30 win.
Okay. No, I'm gonna stick with it. I think that's about what
I'm gonna say. Atlas Earth. I'm gonna say, although you know, I don't want to push the influencer. I'm gonna say Atlas Earth 60-40.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 60-40. I think it will be a closer matchup this time than it was last time around.
Those were the two numbers I was thinking. So why not split the difference? I'll go 65-35.
So basically, right in the middle. Basically a 2-1 victory, right? Is that what we're looking at? About 2-1.
I think so.
I honestly think, okay, so I'm thinking 60-40, but like I'm thinking closer to like a 55-45. I think it's going to be relatively a close matchup. I think Atlas Earth will eventually prevail, but I think it's going to be similar to, well, we'll talk about that when we get to the second matchup.
I do think that some of the perceived nerfs, or the nerfs that I don't think they're as bad as some people made them out to be, for Benjamin might hurt it. I think in the end you're making just as much money as before, but the perceived like nerfing on like the daily login for some people is a big deal.
I have to show this to everyone too, by the way. This is my Benjamin here. Can you guys see it? Good.
Yeah.
I know mine's in reverse screen right now, but I'm making about $1.59 today.
Easy.
Nice.
Hit there and hit the watch ad button all day long.
Yeah, $1.59. It's just been, and I'm more of a casual when it comes to this stuff. Like you can get up to like $3-4 a day just watching ads on Benjamin.
Yeah, let's see what mine is. We'll go take a quick look at that. Oh, I didn't collect mine. I'm only at 75 cents so far today. So.
Well, if you got things to do, it's a different story. But yeah, I mean, it's about as good as it gets. I put Benjamin kind of third in my priority. I'd say Bridge, because Earn Plus, then Frisbee, then Pogo, then Benjamin. So actually fourth on my list. Because Pogo's got 3 ads for 2 cents a pop now.
Yeah, but I do the same thing. I put Bridge first, and then I go into Frisbee after that, only because I know they have a limit.
Yeah.
Once I've hit my limit, then I go over to Benjamin all day, and I'm hitting that for the rest of the day.
I'm just saying.
However
Pogo's
much time I have left, I hit the button.
Pogo's 2 cents. 2 cents
I did
for 3
Pogo
ads.
only because I did a receipt today, and so I was in Pogo anyway. So I did
and Cash Walk. Cash Walk at the end of the day. Cash Walk at the end of the day.
See, that's the one I always forget, because you have to do it at the end of the day, and that's the one I always forget.
Okay, well, let's move on to that second matchup, actually. Because speaking of Cash Walk, the third semifinalist in the 5-second ad region champion is the 3 seed Cash Walk. Cash Walk is seen as the best walking app in the space today. Losing their 1 seed spot last year did not stop them from pulling an easy first round win over Microsoft Start, and then following that up with a 5-1 stomping of Connect by Cloud Research in the second round. It did run into trouble in the Savvy 16 as they barely pulled out a win over 7 seed OnePulse, and then proceeded to pull off an upset over the top seed in the region Bridge. Despite being the underdog this time, Cash Walk has finally made it to the promised land, the Frugal 4, after 2 very close matchups. Do they have one more left in them to make it to the championship round? Well, we're going to find out, as the final semifinalist is the Cash Out region champion, Free Cash. The top seed Free Cash is another multifaceted app that focuses on earning money through games and their gamified earning system. Through the first 3 rounds, Free Cash had the most dominating performances, pulling a 90+% victory on Bling Financial, followed by a pair of 4-1 victories over Inbox Dollars in the second round and Paid Viewpoint in the Savvy 16. However, in the Earning 8, it ran into massive trouble, as the region Cinderella Story Fetch Rewards had a back-and-forth brawl that came down to literally the final minutes before Free Cash pulled away and won by just 2 votes. The battle against Cash Walk will come down to what side of Free Cash will we see? The Free Cash of the previous round that struggled to beat an 11 seed, or the dominating Free Cash of rounds previous? And AJ's reaction, I made sure to put that one up there to show y'all his thoughts on not just Cash Walk winning over Bridge, but also that we almost had a Cash Walk Fetch Rewards Frugal 4. We were, I'd say, 10 minutes away from it.
It was close.
That's crazy to me on both of those. That's just crazy to me on both. Look, I know Shane really loves Cash Walk, but comparatively, there's so many more ways to earn in Bridge over Cash Walk. I don't understand this one. Shane,
cash out ability. Cash out ability.
So from my perspective, this one makes a little bit of sense because of all the problems that we've had with Bridge and cashing out. It's a time slot, and you've got a few minutes to cash out. If you're doing gift cards, you're fine. But if you want the real money, oh my goodness, it's 4:00 my time, and you've got to be there right at 4:00, and you got to be ready to go as soon as it opens.
Within 10 minutes,
people are missing it. Yeah, within 10 minutes. To me, that's what's killed them. Otherwise, AJ, I completely agree with you, and I love Cash. But I love Cash Walk because not so much the money, but because of what it motivates me to do, exercise. I'm getting rewarded for that. So that's a different aspect of it. Money, Bridge. When we're talking beer money and making money, Bridge money is much better and more profitable than Cash Walk. But I think the downside, like I said, the downside is how tough they've made it to cash out. I mean,
that's only something even Earn Plus members could even do, right? So if we take out the Earn Plus aspect of it, then
I even talked about this. I even talked about this in the previous round. Is like you take away the Earn Plus aspect of it, it's how much better is it honestly than other ones like even Frisbee. Like
then 25 cents a day mainly
versus 50 cents a day with Frisbee versus however much in Benjamin versus even now your highest paid ads is Pogo with 2 cents an ad. So
Bridge has definitely got an optics issue going on here. They need to fix this. Not only are they less communicative with the people in general, the users in general. This removal of the Earn Plus with no talks of bringing it back anytime soon. They have to put in more ways to earn, and I'm not talking that stupid sign up for Creditify or whatever the next big earner that nobody actually needs. No, they need a consistent daily basis of earning more for their non-Earn Plus members, or bring back Earn Plus.
You guys are right. The Earn Plus. If I wasn't on Earn Plus, I would be looking at Bridge so much differently, because that's just 25 ads and it's 1 cent. So I'm making 25 cents a day plus whatever my transactions are, and then the wheel gives me 2 coins.
I got a testimonial actually from one of our Beer Money Network members, who a lot of people know pretty well, Arn. And Arn has mentioned before, like, his app of choice, like his multifaceted app of choice, and we'll talk about this when I do my little Beer Money starter pack too, about the base of it, the foundation of it's going to be a multifaceted app that allows you to also watch ads. His app of choice is Frisbee, not Bridge, not Benjamin, Frisbee, because he has Android for one. So that Benjamin has a huge disadvantage on Android. Bridge, on the other hand, he doesn't have Earn Plus, so he's forced into 25 cents a day in ads. He can get double that with Frisbee, so he's going to go with Frisbee. And plus, they have the receipt stuff. And I know that you don't like receipt apps, but Frisbee was originally a receipt app only, and they're really good at paying you 2.5 cents. It's not Receipt Hog and coin out levels, but it's still better than Swagbucks' 1 cent or Pogo's half a cent. 1 cent, something like that. So,
and they're also giving you a penny per transaction too.
Yeah.
So I agree with all that. Like I do, and I understand from his perspective. And let's talk about that now with the Frisbee almost taking down free cash.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't expect.
No,
that's.
No, it's a free cash taken down. Fetch.
I'm sorry, Fetch almost taken down.
Fetch.
That's one that's really blowing my mind, because I don't get it. I mean, if I get the whole marketing and that Fetch is doing right now.
Yeah, I'm redoing
how could
that.
They even come close to free cash?
There was.
I don't get that. Why?
It really did come down to the final minute. It did. I mean, final few minutes, and it was neck and neck. It was 50-50 at like a half hour remaining, if I'm not mistaken.
It was exactly 50-50. Yeah.
Would have been crazy, man. A Fetch cash walk.
Fetch cash
walk. So I'm really looking forward to your review on this, Farrell.
Yeah, I
want to know. I'd let my kids do Fetch. I've never done it because my kids do. I'm giving them.
So my 2 reviews. My 2 reviews for the month of April. My 2 reviews for the month of April were going to be Bit Tycoon and Coin Out, but I am going to move Coin Out, and I'm going to put in Fetch Rewards for the end of April, because I need to look this up. Like, we really need to take a look at this seriously. Yep. So Coin Out will be moved to the middle of May, and then starting May, I'm going to do a Patreon vote only Beer Money review. That'll start in May, and then we will bring back for June, which will be the May vote, the vote for YouTubers. So like regular subscribers, I mean. So I'm bringing back that vote in the month of May. For Patreon supporters, it will be April. So letting y'all know now in advance. So speaking of Patreon, I'm doing really good with segues today. We're going to the prediction contest here. And this time we're going to do a little bit more of detail over the users who have made it. I'm going to go through the 4 that can still win this predictions contest, and of course the three others that can also at least win a prize that doesn't involve the wheel. And we've already went through the 10 that qualified as well. Now I'm going to let y'all know in advance, if you finish in the top 3, you cannot get another prize. So if you finish in the top 3, you will be excluded from the wheel when we do our spin in the final video next I'm planning on it to be next Monday. So the 31st. So just letting y'all know that. The 4 that could make it, currently in the lead right now, is Lebnad, who has 860 points. He will win if Atlas Earth and Cashwalk both make it to the finals, and it does not matter who wins. So that's his path to victory at this point.
That's a pretty good path to victory. Compared who we've got. Cashwalk free cash is going to be a fun little matchup there. I don't know who I think is going to win that. So good possibility.
And normally I would say free cash should win that easily, but I don't know now. I mean,
barely beating Fetch. I mean,
and now speaking of that, second place is Disturbed Doge with 840. Now I'm going to put a note here. Had Fetch won, this prediction contest would have been over, and Disturbed Doge would have won. So he actually had Fetch in the Frugal 4, and that would have been enough because everyone else, then it wouldn't have been possible for anyone to win. Anyone else to win at that point. But
maybe we need to ask him why he likes it so much.
But
I would love to hear his thoughts.
But considering that he has the exact same Frugal 4 picks and champion and finals and champion picks as Lebnad, he cannot win the contest. So he can finish runner-up if both Atlas Earth and Cashwalk make it to the finals. In third place is Shane with 810 points. And he can win. So if Free Cash wins the tournament, he wins. So just period, if Free Cash wins the tournament, or if Benjamin beats Free Cash in the finals. So that is his path to victory at this point. Free Cash has to win the tournament, or if Free Cash and Benjamin both make the finals, you win automatically as well.
So who wins if Benjamin takes the crown?
We'll get to that. In fourth place is Kristen 1822. Y'all remember her? She was the first round leader at 770 points. She has clawed her way back in. But she only has one path to victory to win, and that is if both Atlas Earth and Free Cash make it, and Atlas Earth defeats Free Cash in the finals. So Atlas Earth has to beat Free Cash in the finals exactly for her to win.
Okay. That's plausible.
It's one spot, but it's also it's
a pretty good one though. If I'm going to pick a potential one, that is probably what I'd pick.
Yeah. She also
I'll trade my 2 chances to her 1.
You have 3 chances actually. You got 3 chances. 3 of 8 scenarios, Shane. You have the most scenarios actually, Shane. But she has 1, but her 1 is a pretty strong one because it is what everyone is thinking. She will finish runner-up if Benjamin beats Free Cash in the finals, and she'll finish third if Free Cash beats Atlas Earth in the finals. So those are the top 4. Now, the other 3, in no particular order that we don't have a place for them or anything, but they have opportunities to win. The only other person who can win at 750 points is Benjammer. Now, he is basically win or bust. Cashwalk and Benjamin both make it to the finals, and he wins. He cannot finish second, and he cannot finish third. And then finally, we have Eisenbart at 760 points. He cannot win the prediction contest, but if Free Cash beats Atlas Earth or Benjamin in the finals, he will finish runner-up. And finally, ManFan Dan with 600 points. He is currently second to last, but he can jump all the way up to third if Free Cash beats Benjamin in the finals. So those are the possibilities as well, and I also probably missed a few as well. I will verify to make sure I get the final ones. Make sure that the scores are actually correct when we get to the final points there. But so it's looking like so it's looking pretty good actually for these 7 here to win something, and then of course we got the wheel where the remaining ones will get a chance to win a 1-month Patreon subscription as well. So, and I just realized I just forgot to mention. Got to put you guys on the spot. Cashwalk or Free Cash?
I'm going to give Free Cash, but by a slight edge, and I'm not comfortable with it. Seeing how they did against Fetch. And Cashwalk looks like they're pretty strong amongst our users, but I'm going to give Free Cash the slight edge here.
Just because I don't understand why Free Cash and Fetch was so close. I can't understand. I can't think that they're going to pull the day on that. And this is weird for me to say is I think I'm going to have to go with Cashwalk on that because I really don't understand that other matchup. I don't understand it.
Oh well, it'll be an interesting semifinal for sure. Now we're not going to do a finals video. Just letting y'all know that. We will have the final results video, so we'll be skipping around, and there we're going to be doing the wheel, and we're going to do a bunch of other stuff as well. And we're going to talk through each of the 4 matchups, because I'm going to have a third place matchup too. Since we had no tiebreaker, I was going to add a tiebreaker of having people decide who they think would finish third, but we won't. It's not possible to have a tiebreaker, so we're going to go ahead and just go as is. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Should we talk about who we think is going to win of these final participants? Of the 4, who do you think wins it all?
Do we think there's a disagreement here? I think we all, whether we like it or not, have a similar prediction.
Yeah, I don't like it, but it's going to be Atlas Earth. I don't like it.
As he sports the paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Okay, so my picks are Atlas Earth and Free Cash in the final, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to cautiously say Atlas Earth, but I'm not 100% certain.
Then be contrarian. Go Free Cash, man. Be that guy.
I don't know. I'm going to cautiously say Atlas Earth. We'll see what happens. I'm sure that Manning is quite happy right now, though, with how Atlas Earth has done, dominating this tournament. But I will say, I think Atlas Earth is going to have a tougher time than it did last year.
Maybe. And again, we talked about this before. I still don't understand why it's having a tougher time this year when they've only done more since last year.
Right. Yeah. And also with Free Cash, too, I'm wondering how much their new daily streak system is going to take effect with this. Because now, instead of having to earn $1, you only have to earn a penny, but you're earning less. So on the other hand, more people are eligible to get a streak going. It isn't that old right now. I think it's only like a day, maybe 2 days old. So we don't quite know what the day 7 streak is going to bring. But I know that the day 7 streak is supposed to bring more money out of it, but I just don't know by how much. But it'll be interesting to see how that takes into account for this. And then I think that's pretty much it, though. There isn't anything new on the other apps as well. I think Free Cash only had the only new one.
Benjamin brought back their Momo Runner. So they were nerfing some of the other stuff, but they did bring that back. And that Momo Runner is a very simple game where you can earn a little extra coins.
Oh, interesting.
It's like Subway Surfer type of deal, you know.
Okay.
It is little, but it's more than not, and it's quicker. It's quicker to do that than it is to watch ads. So, you know.
All right. Well, with that, we're getting near our half hour. So, any final thoughts?
Go Free Cash.
I think somebody's biased over here.
For all those of you that voted for Fetch, I'm just going to tell you, use my referral link, check out Free Cash, okay? Let's go. Let's make some real money.
Well, it's looking like the way that you are all voting right now, Kristen's probably feeling really good at the moment. Yeah. Even though she has one path to victory, she's got to be feeling real good about that one.
I'll trade all 3 of my paths for that one.
It's a good path. Look, this tournament has been full of surprises.
It has, yeah.
So, look, what's not to say we get a last-minute surprise here as well? We might. And so I'm sort of bracing myself for that. However, I think it can only go one way, but... You know, you made me look like a fool in the in the rest of the tournament. So why not? Why not again?
Well, we'll see what happens. The final video will be out on March 31st. We'll see you all then. With that, don't forget to like this video, comment on it, and subscribe to Beer Money Engine. Go check out the Beer Money Network. Go check out the hidden Free Cash link I put in the description. That's Shane's referral link. And I will see you all next time with the final video. I do have one more video, though, before that as well. You'll see it on, I want to say Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. So Be sure to take a look at that. I will see you all for the final video here Monday. Bye, everybody.